talk about UFC Vegas 15. This card was actually really, really entertaining despite having, cancellations and stuff. We didn't get to see Derek Lewis, right, versus Curtis Blades, unfortunately. I mean, that would have been a really great fight, but we have to wait to see that. Nonetheless, the prelims were great. The main card was great. Lionheart Smith really delivered. If he didn't do what he said he was going to do, it would have been really devastating because he was really talking badly about Devin Clark, just saying that, he's not on my level, that he can't use me, use my name to as a stepping stone and stuff like that. And, he had a lot on the line, considering his loss with John Jones, his loss with Glover Teixeira, his, the loss with the Intruder, like, if you consider that a loss, like, just, things that were happening that were making a lot of the fans, I believe, think that Lionheart Smith just, he's not what he was, right? He's not a top guy anymore, and I feel like winning the way that he did really, proves that he's on the top, right? He deserves to be there with the guys. And, I liked what he said in the interview, in the post-fight interview. He said that he's not even looking for a title shot. Like, he's not even looking that further ahead in the future. He's just looking at, my next fight. How does that look? The guy in front of me. And I feel like, Valentina Shevchenko does that too. Like, whenever she's asked a question from, like, the interviewers, like, what fight do you see next? Or, like, she's like, no, I'm just focusing on what's right in front of me. I'm not, like, getting ahead of myself. And I feel like that's really smart, just in life too, just to kind of, like, focus on the present, focus on, like, what you can control, like, right now, not, like, all these hypotheticals and what ifs and assumptions, like, thinking about the future, like, overthinking. So I think it's, like, very smart that he's doing that he kind of, like, just is going to focus on what's in front of him. So let's talk about the other fights. One of the prelim fights, Rachel Ostovich versus Gina Masani, right? I'm trying to remember her name, Gina Masani. So that was a really great fight. Rachel Ostovich, okay, she's really interesting, right? She's interesting because, well, in the fight, right, she showed so much flexibility. I was just like, wow. At one moment in the fight, she's literally like, she put her legs over the girl's head to get on her, back, and it was just like a thing of beauty. I was just like, that is so great. Like, that's really talented that you're that flexible, So she didn't win the fight. I think she has a great fan base. She's someone that you could get behind. Be a fan of. She has her makeup company. She has, she's getting a lot of heat for wearing so much makeup. And I was just thinking, like, you're about to get in a fight and you have, like, fake eyelashes on, you have your, lipstick. But I get it, especially since she has her company, so she has to kind of, like, represent that, and she's going to be on TV, like, I feel like if I was going to be on TV, even if I was going to get in a fight, like, I want to, like, look my best too. So I get that, but she's getting a little bit heat for that. And, she's interesting. She comes from, like, domestic violence, which is crazy. Like, her husband, I remember when she was on the card with Greg Hardy, and they were kind of saying, like, why are you putting, a victim with, like, an aggressor? Like, why are you putting them on the same card? It's going to, like, unpack all of this trauma that she has. Which is so sad. Like, her ex-husband was saying he wanted to kill her, and they have kids together and stuff. So, she's been through a lot. She has 3 losses in a row, right? And she has a little bit of ring rust because her last fight before fighting Gina Mazzani was with Paige Van Zandt. She lost. That was last year in 2019. So, she hasn't fought for a while. She's assuming that she's going to get cut from the UFC because she has 3 losses in a row. So, hopefully not. I think she's fun to watch. She's very interesting to watch. And I like her personality. She's from Hawaii. So let's see. Then we had Ashley Evans Smith, right? Ashley Evans Smith versus, what was her name? Norma Dumont, right? Norma Dumont. So Ashley Evans Smith, I'm very familiar with her. Not so much Norma Dumont, but Ashley Evans Smith, she actually got in a lot of heat not too long ago for like theft accusations. You know, someone was saying that she stole something. And, you know, I saw the whole interview with Ariel Helwani, and like, I don't believe that she stole something. Like, look into it, because it's seriously, it's so petty. Like, why would she steal medical equipment? And it's just like, it's so stupid. But regardless of that, you know, she's really fun. She actually fought a man and won. If you look into that too, because she fought well, like a trans woman, right? Fallen Fox was her name, or his name rather. And you know, she fought him and she beat him. And I just think like that's crazy, you know, to like beat a man, you know, because like this guy, now that he's a woman, right? But he went through puberty as a man and then he transitioned, right? But like, you still have that advantage, right? Because you're a man, right? So to say that, you know, she beat him, that's like really impressive. She didn't win this fight, unfortunately. It was a really tough fight for her. She really took a beating. Yeah. It wasn't looking good. Like, Norma is really good. She's a really good fighter. She's really fast. Like, Ashley Evans Smith, she was a little, you know, very slow. She was just walking into shots. Her face was like a circus freak afterwards. Like, she looked like a mess. So, yeah, but I think she's going to be back. You know, she also had a long, like, layover or whatever. She didn't fight for a while too. So, and then she had someone important in her life. Her coach's son died, and she like dedicated the fight to that guy because he was only 29 and he died. And she was just saying how, like, you know, we're all here, and like, there's so much to be sad about, but there's also so much to be appreciative of, you know, and like, that we're just living on this earth, right? And like, life is so crazy, but at least we're still here, at least we're still alive, right? And it's just like, yeah, I agree. So then let's see, who else do we have? We had Parker Porter versus Josh Parisian, right? So that fight was really good. Parker Porter being his first win in the UFC. The other guy, Josh, he took such a beating. I mean, like, such a beating. I was like, just like counting, like, all right, there's more brain damage, like, so much head trauma. I was really like, it shouldn't have been stopped, but like, at the same time, I was just thinking, like, how many more hits to the head is this guy going to be able to take? Like, he must have such a bad headache, like, crazy headache. So yeah, good thing that they stopped the fight. But like, Parker Porter, you know, he's someone to look out for. Then let's see, we had Pierce versus Kai Kamaka. That's a fun name to say. That was a great fight too. But let me know. Oh, we had Spike Carlisle, which, you know, that fight, Bill Algeo versus Spike Carlisle, right? That fight, I thought that was a bad decision. I thought the judges got it wrong. Honestly, it was close, but I thought that Spike Carlisle, you know, he was wearing like mixed matched colored socks. And I can't speak today, I don't know why. But Spike Carlisle, I thought he won the fight. Not by a lot, but I thought that he won the fight via split decision. And it ended up that Bill Algeo won unanimous. So I was just like, kind of like, really? So, because you know, Spike got more takedowns, and it was kind of back and forth. They were both hitting each other, like, you know, like, they were both getting a lot of strikes. But yeah, let me know what you thought about that fight, because actually, out of all the fights, I thought that one was the one that was, you know, that was a wrong call by the judges. You know, at least give Bill Algeo the split decision win. So at least, you know, Spike felt like, you know, for it to be unanimous, I just saw that wasn't a good call. But yeah, so let me know what you thought about this entire card. You know, what you thought about all of the fights. What was your favorite fight? For me, I don't know. I really like the Rachel Ostovich fight. You know, that was good. She got TKO'd with like a liver shot, which sucked for her. But, you know, I just think that was like a really good fight. And, you know, Gina Masani, she's actually like incredible. I'm excited to see more of her. I remember seeing her fight. I'm trying to remember, was it Macy Barber that she fought? I'm trying to remember, but I know that I saw her because there's not a lot of redheads, right? There's that other girl. She's like from Iran. Marcos. She has like red hair or whatever. And then this girl has red hair. So like she definitely like she stood out to me. So I was like, where did I see? Who did she fight? I think it was Macy Barber. But anyway, let me know in the comments what you thought about this card. Thanks.